How you guys doing? This 514 Mystic from BookieBullies.com, and this is a little something I like to call the rundown. Didn't have a chance to do breaking down the books. In the new year, I'm going to give you guys some breaking down the books every Friday, and we're going to be doing the rundown from Monday to Thursday, and that's pretty much how it's going to go down. And that's pretty much it. Yesterday, had a pretty good day in hockey. About one fail, if I'm not mistaken. Don't have the list in front of me. And not so hot in basketball. A bunch of picks failed. From what I'm remembering, I remember the Utah game hit the under, and Rudy Gobert had a chance to cover for us 4 times and missed all 4 free throws. But today's a new day. Let's get it popping, starting with the NHL. Dallas Stars versus the Florida Panthers. Panthers favorite to win this game. They're at home versus the Stars. 5.5 is the total. Honestly, in this game, Florida should probably win the game. It should probably be easy money for Florida, but we're not going to go with probably here. The goalies that we have at net between Florida and Dallas, we got Ben Bishop, and he's going to go up against Bobrovsky. Ben Bishop, 12-7-3 on the season. Bobrovsky, 12-9-4. So it's going to be a pretty evenly matched game. Panthers rolling. They've been playing really well. Dallas, on the other hand, shaky, and they just changed their goalie. I don't like their chances. Sorry, they changed their coach. I don't like their chances. Money line, Florida. Next, we got Toronto versus the New York Rangers. New York, 245 underdogs at home. They're going to be going up against Toronto. 6.0 is the total in this game. You got Freddie Anderson versus Gorgiev. Gorgiev been solid, man. He's been really solid. He's been winning games for these guys. He's been doing what they have to do. Last time these teams seen each other, they were actually the winners. New York was. They won 2-1 in a game that went under. I'm gonna go back to the under in this game. I don't have a side, but I'm gonna go with the under. I don't like Toronto to cover. I don't like Toronto money line. It's not paying enough money, and they haven't been impressive enough. Next, we got Washington versus the Devils. Washington paying next to nothing on your buck. Not next to nothing, but 54 cents. 6.0 is the total. Devils been rolling since losing Taylor Hall. He's been out of the lineup for 3 games now, and like I said the other day, they've been looking like a different team ever since. I like Washington minus 1.5 to bounce back after that loss that they took the other night. So give me Washington minus 1.5. They got in this game we got Samsonov who's gonna be going up against shit. I want to say Blackwood, but I might be mistaken here. Yeah, Blackwood is gonna be playing, so it's Mackenzie Blackwood. So give me the minus 1.5 for Washington. Next, we got Pittsburgh versus Edmonton. Edmonton got Mike Smith. Penguins got Tristan Jarry, who's been really, really good. Edmonton, they might try to take advantage of Tristan Jarry, but they've honestly not played that well in the last few games. Edmonton, they lost 1 game. They're 3-6-1 in their last 10. Not very impressive at all. On the other hand, Pittsburgh, 3 game winning streak, 7-3 in their last 10. Tristan Jarry been rolling. I like the Penguins here money line, and I'm gonna roll with it, man. I'm not gonna shy away from a pick. I'm gonna go with the team that's rolling here. Obviously Edmonton has a good chance to win this game, so if you wanted to pick Edmonton, you're not out of your mind. But I'd like to roll with the team who's rolling. And despite all the injuries on Pittsburgh, people like to think, well, no Crosby, no Pittsburgh. If you guys think like that, you're not gonna be making the money for a long time. So I like Pittsburgh in this spot. Next, we're gonna move right on to the NBA. In the NBA, we got a short slate of games also. So short slate of games all around. Got Memphis versus Cleveland. Cleveland underdog at home, 2.5 underdogs. 222 is the total. 225 is the money line for Cleveland. Is what I'm seeing on this book. You might be able to get it at 2-1 on stingier books. You might even be able to get it at 240 on other books. I'm looking at a range between 2-1 and 240. So depending on where you could get that, I actually like Cleveland at the money line. Cleveland is one of them tough teams. So is Memphis though, so it's not going to be a gimme game. I think it's really properly gauged where they have it, and I like Cleveland money line as the home dog in this game. 222 is the total. I would put it over, but Cleveland can't necessarily keep up with the scoring. What they could do is play defense. They could play physical. I'm not 100% sure that they could keep up with the scoring, so I'm going to stay away from the total. Next, we got the Pacers versus the Kings. Kings, man, they keep on winning these close games, and when they're not winning, they're losing. So obviously, when they're not winning, they're losing. But if they're not winning close games, they're flat out losing games. So they haven't looked overly impressive in my books. 12-15, eighth in the West, 9-19, sixth in the East is the Pacers. I like the Pacers to cover here. I like the Pacers to cover every single spread, honestly. They're like the most underrated team in the league right now. And maybe people are talking about them, but I really like the Pacers, and they've been doing a really good job with everything. They have a really good they got a really good tradition over there, and I like what they're doing. Paul George out here hating, talking about, well, he only left because of certain situations. Not any of our business. Bogdan Bogdanovic is going to be out today for the Kings, which is also very important, but they do have Swipe the Fox back, so look out for that. Next, we got Detroit versus Boston. Boston 9.0 favorite. I like Detroit to cover the 9-point spread. Detroit, tough team these days since they've been healthy. They got Blake Griffin out, Reggie Jackson out, Wood out, and Thomas out. Gordon Hayward is going to be out still. He has a foot injury. Marcus Smart out with an eye injury. I honestly, I'm probably gonna stay away from this game and maybe even go with the under. No Blake Griffin here, but I'm gonna stay away from this game altogether. No place. Next we got Washington versus Toronto. Toronto 6.5 favorite, 228.5 is the total. Washington, uh, honestly, I like Washington to cover the spread here. Toronto, they're missing Mark Gasol, they're missing Anunoby, and they're going to be missing Pascal Siakam. Kind of big deals, and I'm not sure that I like their chances. They're also going to be out with Norman Powell's going to be out. Fred Van Vliet, game time decision, but he's probably not going to play. Actually, as of 4 minutes ago, Fred Van Vliet is going to play today, so look out for that. Give me the Wizards to cover the 6.5 spread regardless. I like Bradley Beal's chances and Isaiah Thomas. They still have all the same injuries that we could look out for. CJ Miles, John Wall, McRae, and Thomas Bryan, who are still all out. I like Ryu Hashimura to take advantage of the big less Toronto Raptors. All they really got is Serge Ibaka, who is no slouch. He's no slouch, but how many minutes is he really going to play like that? Next, we got Dallas versus Sixers. Sixers get a chance to beat Dallas on their home floor. There's no Luka Doncic. I can't bet on the Sixers. I'm sorry. 212 is the total here. I like the over in this game because if they want to beat the Dallas Mavericks, they're gonna have to put up numbers. I don't think they're gonna out. I don't think they're gonna out defense them or whatever the case is. I really think they're gonna have to battle with points. Seth Curry is a game time decision for Seth. Seth. Seth Curry is a game time decision for Dallas. He's probably not gonna play, and Dylan Wright is he's also on the injury report. So look out for those injuries. And it seems, I don't know, they don't have Doncic. They don't have Doncic on the injury report. I believe he's still out. I He should still be out. There's no reason for him not to be. Luca. There's no reason for him not to be out. But yeah. Anyways, so I'm gonna skip out on that. But I like Dallas. I like Dallas to cover, but I'm gonna go with the over 212. Next, we got the New York Knicks versus the Miami Heat. Knicks not so good, but they've been trending in the right direction, playing a really tough games. They actually won a few games since losing their coach. 9.0 is the spread for Miami. It's kind of a lot. Miami's one of those teams, they start really, really fast and then they end up not covering spreads. But I like them to cover tonight. So give me Miami -9 and give me the under 216 to cover that spread. Next, we got Phoenix Suns versus OKC. OKC favorite 4.0, 220.5 is the total. Suns got DeAndre Ayton back. I like the Suns to cover tonight. I don't know that they win, but OKC hasn't covered spreads in a little bit, and I'm gonna keep on going with that trend until they show me otherwise. But don't get it twisted. OKC is a very, very, very tough team. They've been doing a really good job at covering most of the spreads, but as of late, they just haven't been doing it. So give me the Suns to cover. 220 seems a little low, but OKC plays really good defense, so I'm gonna stay away from that. Next, we got the Timberwolves versus the Nuggets. Over 216 is my pick. 216 is the total. They probably still have no cat. We're going to have to check to make sure. Denver's a 10.0 favorite. I don't like Denver to cover a big number like that. To me, that's a little bit ridiculous, outrageous, or whatever name that you want to call it. It's just not a number that I'm willing to deal with. Karl Anthony Towns is going to be a game time decision. As of right now, they're saying that he was a limited participant in shoot around. So that means that he didn't do everything that they did in shoot around. He probably didn't dunk the ball. He probably just took shots without jumping, maybe free throws. but he's so what it sounded like is that he's not going to play. I still like the over in this game. I don't think the Nuggets are that good, but they are a very good defensive team. So it is kind of a worrisome pick, but I think the Timberwolves they could shoot some threes. They can make it difficult for them, and if they don't do any of that, they're not going to play any defense. Next, we got the Orlando Magic versus the Portland Trailblazers. Portland 4.0 favorites. Still can't fuck with them until next year. 217 is the total. I like the under in this game. I'm just gonna go with the under, no other pick. Magic is one of them under teams. Portland, they have no real identity. So if they struggle to get baskets, I think the game goes under. Next, we got Golden State versus the Pelicans. Pelicans are favorite 1.5. They should be no favorite. It should really be a pick 'em. And because of that, I got no play. So that's pretty much it for me. I'm gonna give you guys the rundown. And before I do that, I'd love you guys to go ahead and smash that like button, share, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you're posted anytime I post videos like these. So starting from the top in the NHL, we got the Florida Panthers money line, the under 6.0 in the Toronto versus New York. We got Capitals minus 1.5, Pittsburgh money line, Cleveland money line in the NBA. Pacers minus 5.0, Wizards plus 6.5, the over 212.5 in the Dallas versus Philly game, Miami minus 9 to cover versus the Knicks, the under 216 in that game, Phoenix plus 4.0, the over 216 in the Minnesota versus Denver game, and the under 217.5 in the Orlando versus the Portland Trailblazers. Those picks will probably not be posted on my Twitter because I've been crazy busy. As you can tell, I haven't been doing breaking down the books, but that's pretty much it for me. So I'll tell you like I tell you all the time. Best of luck to all. Please don't bet what you can't afford to lose. It's a marathon, it's not a sprint. We're not trying to get rich overnight, trying to make as much money as possible before June. June is when the end of the season is for both hockey and basketball. There is the NBA, the MLB that's coming up soon, and we'll be breaking down those as well. But until then, be safe, be good, and I'll see you again tomorrow. No, Monday. Monday. Peace out. Yeah, I didn't close it. So again, peace out.